Okay, so here's my tutorial on Snow by Red Hot Chili Peppers. We're going to start with just what the chords are, which is A sharp minor to start with. They're all closed position triads. This is a second inversion A sharp minor triad, which means the fifth is in the bass. We then go to the sixth chord, which is E major, root inversion, without that major 7 in it. Then we go to a root inversion of B major, which is the 3 chord in A sharp minor. And then we come up to F sharp minor, which is the 7 chord in A sharp minor, again, root inversion. Then back to the A sharp minor, E, B, and then F sharp again, but as a first inversion chord, which means that the third's in the bass. And like I say, these are all closed position triads. A lot of people struggle with this because it's using this sort of C shape, which can be quite difficult to play. So if you can't get that chord to sound clean, you might want to work on that before you start playing it. So how I teach this to people is to break it into 2 parts: the picking part, the alternate picking part, and then the twiddly bit. So the alternate picking part, there's a few things to bear in mind here. The most important thing, which a lot of tutorials miss, is this idea of accenting the backbeat. Now the backbeat, if you don't know, is beats 2 and 4. So if our tempo's here, we want to accent 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what John Frusciante is doing. He's accenting it and he's picking it super hard. You can hear it in the recording, when the guitar is exposed. And this is a great thing to learn how to do in anything that you play, is to convey the rhythmic characteristics of the piece that you're playing. This is one of the important things of getting this to sound like him, is being able to accent that backbeat. So if we pick it with alternate picking, it goes, and we come back to that note, and that's the one that is accented. Another thing here is John Frusciante is picking this super hard, right? If I turn my volume down, it's hard, it's being hit aggressively. And that's one of the hard things about playing this. It's not just the speed or how difficult the lick might be or whatever. It's the fact that you've got to really whack at it to get it to sound like how John Frusciante is playing, which, to be fair, is a big part of his style, but it's hard to do quick. The other thing as well, which I forgot to do there, that a lot of people miss, is that you're supposed to slide. If you listen to it, John Frusciante slides from this E up to the F sharp. So I recommend getting all of that together before you start trying to add in the twiddly bit. Just be able to do that. Here it is with the volume on it. Being able to do that first makes the whole thing a lot easier, because then we're just adding in what's essentially quite a simple hammer-on and pull-off thing, which I'll get to next. Okay, so the hammer-on and pull-off part of this is it's an economical thing, right? Which meaning, it's not that hard to do if you get it right. If your hammer-ons and pull-offs are strong, then you should be able to do this bit fairly easily. So what we're doing is we're picking this, which is the flat third of A sharp minor, to the 4th, and then pulling off again back to the 3rd. You do this with a downstroke, then you hit the next note with a downstroke, and then that last note with an upstroke. Now, getting this strong and even is the most important part of this particular bit of it. You know, this is the ergonomics of it. It's the same thing wherever you play it. So we play it here. And it's the same thing everywhere. It's the same shape, right? And you know, if you want to look at the theory behind what it is versus the chords, in A sharp minor, the first chord, it's the flat third, the fourth, the root, the flat third. To E, it's the fifth, the sixth, the third, and the fifth again. So essentially E major pentatonic at that point. Same thing for B, fifth, sixth, fifth, third, fifth. And we come up to F sharp, same thing, fifth, sixth, fifth, third, fifth. When we hear this F sharp, it then becomes root, second, root, sixth, second. So it's different on the different F sharps. This F sharp, this F sharp. I mean, this doesn't matter if you just want to learn how to play the song, but it's interesting if you then want to, you know, start trying to incorporate that into any time you play, you know, any of those inversions, you know, which you can do. Anytime you play this, you know, version of a minor chord, you can play that. And anytime you play this version of a major chord, inversion, sorry, you can play that. And anytime you play a first inversion of a major chord, you can play the first and the second and the first and the sixth and the first. You can play any of those over any of the major chords, to be fair, but to get this effect, that's what's going on. So let me just recap that again. Pick, hammer on, pull off, pick, pick, down, down, up. And this first one, this first note that we play is the last note that we were playing when I was telling you to do this. Do-ba-da-ba-da. That last note there is the first note of the trill. So, to recap the whole thing, pick it hard, get the alternate picking going, get the accent on beat 2 and beat 4. Get the ergonomics of the trill and the picking of it correct. Get the slide up to the F sharp. And work on each thing separately, and then try to glue it together. And you know, do it slow, but do it as quickly as you can manage to do it cleanly. You know? And that should result in you know, being able to play it in a way that sounds like the original. Not just in terms of the tone that you get out of the guitar from hitting it harder, but also, you know, getting those accents in there. So hopefully this helps anybody who wants to learn this song. And if you have any questions about it, you know, hit me up in the comments. All right, nice one.